Entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Stay ahead of the curve and get updates on the latest trends in politics, government, policies, education, economy, social development, amongst others.
We're happy to announce today that both the federal government and the organized labor have agreed on an increase on the 62,000 naira minimum wage.
Join
Ayodeji Ajishokwe
and
Adedamola Lafenwa
on from the dailies every weekday from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on Solutions 93.9 FM as they dive into the headlines with in-depth analysis and feedback from you on different stories from the national dailies. Start your day by gaining fresh perspectives, uncovering the story behind the story, and join the conversation. Because your voice matters. From the dailies, the conversation never stops.
Well, it's another beautiful morning right here at Solutions 93.9 FM. It's another beautiful morning in Oyo State and, of course, in Nigeria. Welcome to today's edition of From the Dailies. And today is Thursday, the 21st of August 2025. My name is Favor on Laurentola, and as always, every Thursday, myself and Comrade Ayodeji Ajishokwe, who I'll be joining virtually, will be delving into major headlines, shaping conversations across the country. Well, first of all, your state is making waves this morning. According to the Nigerian Tribune here, still the issue of the Oni of Ife and the Alafin of Oyo. And here it stated that you should sit your sword. Yoruba leaders advised the Oni Alafin. Well, more is still coming regarding that as well. But then, as well as we have the rift between the two great monarchs in Yoruba land, I also have a rift between two governors, one governor and one minister who was also an ex-governor, but under the same umbrella, which may actually, stop the convention that was stated for November 16, 2025. Which political party am I talking about? You just have to keep your fingers crossed and let us discuss that. Well, of course, we have the governor of Oyo State yesterday, really, really approving the nomination of the next Olubadan of Ibadan land. Well, on the national scene, there's public anger, outrage over the planned pay rise for political office holders at a time when ordinary Nigerians like myself and you are battling with inflation and economic hardship. And this has sparked a lot of outrage, raising questions about leadership priorities. Plenty to unpack this morning, and I am not doing it alone, like I said earlier. Very soon, I'll be connecting with Comrade Ayodeji Ajishokwe, who will be my analyst this morning. And together, We'll break down what the stories mean for you and for Nigeria. It's still from the dailies right here on Solutions 93.9 FM. Thank you for staying tuned, and it's my pleasure to have you back this morning. Comrade Adeja Adishokwe, good morning to you.
Yes, a good morning to you, my dear comrade sister. It's another cool one here. And of course, a good morning to our listeners, wherever you may be.
All right. Let's first go back to Oyo. Let's go to Oyo State, actually. That's going to be the first story we've written today. 3 major stories coming out of the state. We have the rift between Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister. We have we have the Alaafin story and the Oni, which is still trending. I mean, there was a story that I saw earlier this morning that there might be the release of the from the Alaafin's office to publish the Supreme Court ruling after the 48-hour ultimatum. And of course, there is also good news for Ibadan people as well. I'll take that later. But let's talk about, the rift. There's a convention that's supposed to hold by November 16. That is for the PDP. But the Wike Makinde rift has threatened this high-stake PDP convention, not to hold. I mean, I remember a few weeks ago, I was so happy, I was excited, saying that, well, we have the PDP getting out of this so much internal crisis that has been going on. And voila, another one coming up when something good is supposed to happen for the party.
Well, if they were able to put their acts together after such a long internal bickering that has been on since the 2023 elections, the bickering, and then the context of the bickering, changed. Sheyi Makinde, our own governor, and the Wike, they were a part of the G5. And then, anyway, the face of the internal conflict changed. And we saw former allies, leading different tendencies. Well, it is the nature of power, you know, but it must never be at the expense. It's like we are in the vehicle traveling. We're all headed to the same destination. And then there's a struggle in a moving heavy duty bus, struggle to, to take over the wheels. You understand? That will be destruction for everybody. So I think that is what should be paramount on their mind. And if they could resolve the last one, I'm sure they will be able to resolve this one too. I'm very sure.
November is very close, and before
November
this
is very
it's
close.
very close.
November is very close. What I just don't like is the sound bites coming from Wike, talking with the tones of finality. In politics, you don't talk with tones of finality. There's always room for negotiation.
Probably he
understand?
believes the same thing indeed at River State will occur too. He has the final say in River State, so therefore he has the power and the all in almighty Wiki with the PDP as well.
Just like everybody else. I mean, you are looking for space and looking for more space. Some are not content with small spaces. You understand? Some are content with playing, second, third, and French fiddles. Some are just like that. You understand? So he's fighting for space and, of course, influence and power. That's what, and he's using the powers that he has now. He's a government official. And in Africa, this part of the world, that gets you a lot of influence and patronages. They call it the power of influence. So he's dispensing it and he's having supporters. But the plant, is emergent. His emergence is not by happenstance. It is those whose emergence are by happenstance that they appear and disappear. You understand? But, he is being irregular. So he will be relevant. He will be relevant, definitely, unless the party gangs up, the old owners of the party and the new era people, and then they decide to fix him, fix him as this is a problem. Let us get rid of him.
Okay. Oh, I want us to talk about this particular story. We do not have much time on the show, so I'm going to still leave the Oni and our laughing story, and of course Ibadan a little bit. Let's talk national issues now. Now, according to the newspaper this morning, and of course when I saw the story, I just had to calm down. On the Vanguard newspaper, it says anger over a planned pay rise for political office holders. Salary hike for politicians provocative, says ACF spokesperson. Suspend increment for now. ADC tells FG. It's wicked, selfish. Northern can. Timing is wrong, says the ex-NACCIMA boss. And we have a lot going on under this. And someone says it is misplacement of priority. That's coming from the CUPP. Now, with Nigerians tightening their belts, with a whole lot going on, I don't want to use the word gnashing of teeth, but I know that the economic hardship is eating on every one of us. I also remember when the minimum wage was supposed to be approved, it took a lot of back and forth. Now, what message does this proposed pay rise send to the public? Because honestly speaking, I want to be professional on this morning, and I have to be professional on this.
Yes. When I saw the story, sometimes, or even a lot of times, the way they craft the headlines, you understand, is you just don't wrong with it, When you see headlines like that, you got to go look for the body of the story. And the body of the story will most likely produce, a mixed bag. It's a sword that they are looking at, and the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission is looking at things from a very cold, clinical point of view. These salaries are no longer realistic.
For
And
who?
why are they no longer realistic? Wait a minute. They say the salaries of political office holders are no longer realistic as it has been since 2003 or so. They say it is no longer realistic. Okay, good. You say as far as their responsibilities are concerned, they are careful, very careful enough not to start saying, you know, what the prices, cost of living. They are careful enough not to use cost of living to as an issue. They said comparing what they earn, we compare it to their responsibilities. You understand? And what are those responsibilities? Their responsibilities are to the people. And what they're suggesting is that, by that, is that they know that they are under pressure from people out there. But what are the implications? The implications is that when basics increase, allowances too will be calculated on that and they will increase. You understand? Multiple increase. Now, and then people are saying it is not even the salaries that is the issue. It is the allowances, hidden, unknown. Even members, and let me tell you this, even members of the National Assembly, I worked in that space. I mean, they will just drive everybody out. You know, they will just say they want to do executive session. They call it executive session. I'm talking about the legislature now. And when they say executive session, most 70% of the time, it is a discussion about money. They want to award to themselves. That will not just, you know, they will just draw money from one source or the other and distribute among themselves. That is not part of the remuneration. The Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission doesn't have control over that. So, and that is what the people are saying. They say for the president, he earns 1.5 million officially per month, but that the hidden allowances that nobody knows and are not determined, it could be the X today, it could be Y tomorrow, that is the burden. That at the end of the day, the president probably earns nothing short of 100 million every month. So that comes down to transparency. You understand? It is about transparency. It is about transparency. When what do you call him was coming in, the current president of the United States, you know, you will decorate, you will decorate and all of that. Your spouse will decorate that, and then they will say what do you want to decorate, and they will tell you there's a budget. There is a budget for it. You cannot exceed it. If you want to do anything, I think it's $100,000. If you want to do any refitting of the White House that exceeds $100,000 when you come into the White House, you will pay. They won't say you can't do it. You will pay from your pocket. You understand? So all these things, go to the villa. I mean, every 3 or so years, they replace the entire furniture. Nobody does that in the White House. You can spend 8 years there. You pay for the food you eat, you understand, in the White House. Nobody knows. They just put money, they say, for food. Why should we be feeding them? Why should we be feeding them when we are paying them? I worked in some, you will see the way they expend money. There is no control. They put on the fuel generators of their homes from public purse. You understand? All these things, no control. That is the one that is the burden in budgeting. You recall that at a point in time, recurrent expenditure was exceeding capital. Why are you going with that? Why are you going with that? So these are the things. But you see, what are the conversations going on? The thing won't die down. They will take it to the National Assembly. This time around, they will pass it because it has to do with them speedily. And of course, 2027 is coming.
That is what I'm saying. When it comes to the matter of when it comes to the matter of Nigerians approving things that, will benefit the citizens, it is not passed as fast. And I'm very sure that this one, even the ADC is speaking now, saying that they kicked against the hiking for a salary for political office holders.
It's a lie. Don't mind them. It's a lie.
I'll show you that they are a new party. They are, they are clamoring for the betterment of the citizens. So they spoke. They said it is disconnected from the struggles of ordinary Nigerians. They called it tone deaf. How are you sure that they are lying? They are new. They want their citizens to be able to back them up.
What is new about them? Absolutely nothing. It's just changing the bottle. The same old wine. The same old Nigeria's political wine. What's new about them? What's new about Atiku? What is new about Amici?
It's a new party, new changes, new things to see.
It is new. It is new, just a new container, not new wine. Not new wine. And we know that. What fruit have they borne for Nigeria? Atiku served 8 years. El-Rufai Kaduna, 8 years. BP, BP, Honorable Minister of FCT. Amici, 8 years governor, 8 years speaker, 8 years minister. What fruits are they bearing?
Let's look at it from another angle. If Atiku should win president 2027, this new policy will favor him.
They are beneficiaries. They are just taking political stance. I mean, it's room for political mileage, and then you get mileage.
This is kicking against it. They say it's not right. It's not good for the ordinary citizens.
I think the optics is bad, but you see, the Revenue and Fiscal Mobilization Agency is not saying things. They are not basing their decision on the reality. That is the reality. Mm-hmm. They are basing their decision on the reality of the figures before them. They are not looking at the entire picture. Mm-hmm. They are looking at the small picture.
Okay. Let's look at the big picture. The Olubadan of Ibadan land is set to be coronated. Should I bust the bubble?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's been fixed for September 26th this year, 2025. Let's look at how this will be for Ibadan people. We couldn't delve into the Alafi and Olubadan tussle, but let's look at it. The governor has already approved the nomination and the coronation of the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan land, that is Obaladoja, is set for September 26, 2025.
Yes, the man, Rashidi Adewale, his trajectory has been exceptional. Mm-hmm. Apparently a brilliant man, because he was admitted to Olivet for his A levels. And I think he reported late to submit his application. But you see, the principal then, Reverend J.B. Pilafihon, one of those special class of people called to impart knowledge. So he saw his results and said, no, I'm not going to allow this boy to go. You understand? He admitted him. And of course, he got Western State scholarship to go and study engineering in Belgium. He came back, corporate world. He straddled it successfully. He moved into business. He's from the background. The mother is an entrepreneur. So he moved into the space of entrepreneurship. He did agree. He did manufacturing. He did all these things successfully. And then he moved into the political space. First of all, he became a senator, and then he became the governor. He was illegally removed from office. He fought back constitutionally, legally, regained his seat as governor. And then he had been on the traditional line too. And then here he is, the Olubadan, the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan. Look at that, the corporate world, the business space, the political space, and the traditional institution. One man straddles them successfully, and with his name, not tainted in Nigeria's political space, in Nigeria's business space, and then his name not tainted. And imagine, and even when he was governor, the legacies left. I remember He broke the secondary school down into junior and secondary school. Maximum 25 in this class. Go to those classes now. You are likely to find 60 or thereabout. So it's a very, very, it's not popular. He's a man loved by the people. He's not popular. Okay. He's just loved. Then promotions and all of that for civil servants in his era,
So we are looking forward to
Ibadan got lucky.
We are looking forward to a great reign for the fourth Ibadan of Ibadan land. Well, it's a pleasure to have you today. My time is fast spent, so I need to leave right now. But if there's anything that I pinpointed from all of this, don't give up on your dreams, no matter what. Keep striving hard, and the sky would not even be the limit. It will be the starting point. Thank you, comrade. I'm really grateful to have you today.
My pleasure riding with you. Yeah. Thank you. God bless you.
That has been myself and comrade Ayodeji Ajishope. Tomorrow, Adedamola Lafenwa and himself will be on From the Dailies to give you more and more headlines that will pop up on the newspapers tomorrow. This is still Solutions 939 FM. Please don't change the dial. I will be leaving you with the greatest from Sia this morning for a reason. Bye. God bless Nigeria.
Running out of breath, but I got stamina.